Hello, welcome to another edition of Miles and Coffee. We've got a great one for you today because one of our viewers, Barbara from the States, shares how she got her temporary residence card in one day. Let's watch. Well, hello, Barbara. How are you?
Hey, hi Beverly. So great to be here with you at Lola's.
At Lola's. Well, you know what? Welcome to Lola's Clink, Miles and Coffee. And what are you having today?
I'm having the eggs Benedict because I see you always have it on your YouTubes, and I just had to try it.
You can't go wrong. What brings you to La Paz, Barbara?
Well, I am really curious about settling in La Paz. And so I'm here. I'm exploring places to settle, and I just got my residency card yesterday.
Oh, wow. So you just got it yesterday. Did you go to immigration in La Paz?
Actually, in Cabo San Lucas.
Cabo San Lucas.
Yes, that's where I went, and the reason I went there is that at the moment it takes only a day to 3 days, and in La Paz it's taking a couple of weeks, and so I decided to do the process there in Cabo.
Excellent. You know, that's very interesting, and that's a good thing to know. That's a perfect tip. How did you find out that it would take longer? Did you know that? Where did you get that information that it would take longer in La Paz?
Well, I'm a customer of the Mexico Relocation Guide, so I got that tip there, and I saw that in many cities in Mexico it can take 6 weeks or longer.
Is that an immigration advisor?
Mexico Relocation Guide is it's a web-based resource. So, and I did also use that guide to, I purchased the guide, which is, and because there's a lot of resources there, and from there I found an immigration facilitator.
Excellent.
Who was key. When I went to Los Cabos, I didn't even know there were really two towns down there that are 35 miles apart, so I ended up staying in San Jose del Cabo, but actually the immigration office is in Cabo San Lucas. So thanks to my immigration facilitator, she actually drove me over when she found out we could get it done in one morning. She called me and she came and got me. She drove me there, and I probably wouldn't have even been able to find the office.
Excellent.
So that was perfect.
So when you were at the immigration office, I mean, you know, how was it? Were they friendly? Did you have to use all Spanish? Did they understand any English?
They understood very little English.
Okay.
So I completely relied on the immigration facilitator. I really, I would have been helpless, I have to say. I didn't even know how to use their fingerprint machines. I've had my fingerprints done a lot, but there was a special technique that needed to be done with those, and they didn't have the English for that. I have a little bit of Spanish, but my immigration facilitator just interfaced the
Excellent.
entire time, and it couldn't have been smoother.
Very smooth, very smooth. Well, listen, I have to ask you this, and then we will enjoy our wonderful breakfast. What is your first impression of La Paz?
La Paz is absolutely beautiful. I arrived last night in time for the sunset, and it was the most spectacular sunset. It turned everything into pastel colors of pink and light blue, and it was just gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And what would you say compared to, and you were in Cabo maybe one day?
Yes, well, and then I was in San Jose del Cabo, which is the town next to it, well, for about 4 days.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
I was there, and it's beautiful there. It really is.
Now, the viewers are going to want to know, how did you get to Cabo? You flew in, right?
I flew in, and I I chose Los Cabos because of the good airplane flights. I
Yes.
could take a nonstop from Seattle, and so that's where I came from. So
Perfect. And for those that want to know, you don't have to tell us how you got to La Paz, but there is a bus, the Aguila bus, a tourist bus that is it takes 2 hours, and you can get from Cabo to La Paz. Excellent. Okay, any other advice for someone who might want to get their Mexican residency? What tip would you give them?
I really think the immigration facilitator is key. I would have been just completely lost. I have to say it. So I used Host Relocation. Jimena was
She's wonderful.
yes.
Oh, we have that in common. Great job.
Okay.
Let me give a thumbs up on that, girl. Excellent. Jimena's service and her agents are absolutely the best.
Right. I'm not paid to say this at all. It is really my biggest tip for anyone looking to get their temporary residency. If you want it to go without a hitch, and when opportunities show up that you could like suddenly get it within an hour,
Ah,
it just is totally worth it.
yeah, because the facilitators have contacts inside the immigration office. For the Mexican guy that you told me about, please share that with me, and I'll leave a link for the viewers as well as a link to Host Relocation. Thank you so much. We don't want our food to get cold, so listen, we're going to eat, and thank you. You have been a wonderful resource.
Oh,
You're going to
thank
help a
you.
lot of people.
And thank you, Beverly, and thanks for all your YouTubes. You've really helped me with those.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure, literally. Okay.